with MX2. We're in the 56 Bullnose Kenworth heading out to Sand Hollow with Mator, our wrecker, to run 777 today. And this is Marker. And we're out to Sand Hollow today. We're going to unload Mator here and see how it does on 777. Never run 777 with it, so it might be a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it does though.
Oh, absolutely. It should be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, let's get it unloaded. So at Sand Hollow, it is an area you can go over the dunes and actually hit somebody, so all vehicles are required to have at least a flag that's 8 foot tall. So we've got this American flag for Mator. It's a little beat up like Mator is and the rest of us, but it really serves to remind us of what our country is. Okay guys, you ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Well, let's head out. Well, we're out here on 777. This is the trail that Matt run last week with the off-road wrecker games. This is the world's oldest continuously operating wrecker truck, and it's a 1925 white. And we want to see if we can get the oldest wrecker up 777 today. And it might be a little bit sketchy because we're narrow, we're not as long, and we've got a lot of weight. It's got the axle techs and the tires and wheels are almost 5,000 pounds of unsprung weight, which really helps you out.
Yeah.
The bad thing about this, we want to be true to original, so we're still running a manual lever clutch. So when I get tired, you can take it over for me?
It's pretty tough, the clutch. It's a leg workout for sure. And it's still on the original leaf springs too, so it's not quite a Cadillac.
But we want to take it up the trail and see how it does. I've never run this trail with this rig. Being top heavy, narrow, I mean, I think it should be a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, so we're gonna run the trail and see how long it takes. It's currently 3:50 p.m.
4 o'clock, so we go, what, go run it in an hour?
Just casual run.
Casual run?
See what happens.
Okay,
We'll
let's
see.
jump in, fire it up and go.
Okay. Rated 8.
Rated 8. Why is it not a 7?
Oh,
anyway.
man.
We're giving the name.
I didn't know we were signing up for an 8-rated trail.
Well, let's see how Mator does.
Yeah, this is the first big obstacle that last week that all the tow rigs really struggled with. And it was the first one that they really had to put the vehicle they were towing behind. Now, it wasn't really true like we do off-road recoveries because those rodeos were stripped of engine, transmission, transfer case, glass. So they were only a quarter of their really actual weight. So, Mark, let's talk about your line. What do you think you're going to do on this one?
The hardest line?
The hardest line?
I think so.
Which one do you think is the hardest?
Hang pretty far right, go up, and just hang that crack on the right, and just
Absolutely.
go up it.
The easy line is to come up on this boulder, make a couple of turns and go straight up. The hard line with this is going to be right up here going up this right-hand crack. So fire that thing up and let's see what she does.
Okay.
Come on up, now back into it, back into it. Yeah, see what she does right there. Back into that crack. Back into it, yep, right there. Woohoo!
Oh yeah!
Awesome!
So MX2, they call me Mark the Roller. The reason why is this hole.
This is the only place that we've ever rolled the vehicle.
Ever.
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 Ever. So we're up here on the Kevin Borrow Memorial Run, and nobody was spotting. We had some fairly sock XJs with us.
Yeah.
and Mark went and he turned too early and he dropped that right rear in that hole.
So what happened is I was in a Durango. I was coming up here. I had the whole family with me. I had some friends and their dog. Like, it was full. And I was coming, had the doors on it, so I couldn't see very well. And I cut it too soon because I couldn't see this hole, and dropped the back right rear tire in the hole, and it flopped right down where my dad is.
One wrong wheel placement, and it's all over.
So this is Mark's hole right here. I came down right with my tire, dropped it in, and it just flop. So, quite an experience. I almost dumped that one once too, so.
Okay, well let's
see.
go down and see how Mator comes up that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it was a little more fun than I thought.
We got a little tipsy there.
Yeah, as you can tell, we tried a different approach at first. Didn't quite work, it slipped down. Didn't quite have the right line, and then we tried to come up the crack and went right up.
Yeah,
so.
sometimes you got to readjust your lines and just see what the rig will do. This is really heavy, so once we hit the lockers, we can't steer. It just locks it up and you can't move it. So we had to get off the lockers there, re-steer, but we made it, and let's keep going.
Okay.
Good job, bud.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah, maybe you just need to put in the front dig and pull around.
This is my first time running this trail again since I've dumped it. So when I rolled, it was my first time running it, and I haven't been back since. So I'm a little bit nervous, and this is a longer rig too, so it'll be even harder to make the turn, but we'll see if I can avoid dumping it in the hole again.
Yeah, you got it, boss. You got it until you don't.
I feel like we're about there. I have a little PTSD.
It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop. There you go. Yep.
So, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I was a little bit nervous, but we made it and went smooth.
Now, as you look at 777 right here, we're over on the standard trail. They've got a bypass that goes up the center, and they have a buggy wall on this side. This is fun if we have the Durango or had some time to play. There's just some bonus lines and obstacles that you can do. Mark, I gotta give you some mad respect. I hate that little corner. Even lined up perfectly, as narrow as this is, I was pretty sure I was going in.
Yeah.
Did you see me feathering that old clutch?
Yeah, you gotta pull it back a little bit.
That 4BT's got so much torque in it, you just let out the clutch and it goes. I wish I had a little bit lower gears. These are the 562 gears, and we do have some 684s I'm thinking about putting in there just to get that next lower gear.
Yeah, that'd be way cool.
We got a first ledge here, and then we're going to come up to a second ledge, and then a third ledge, and then a fourth ledge. So this is a fun little section, but you know, you're so long, I don't know if you're going to make it. I'm just going to let you kind of walk and see what it feels like. Oh man, you're so close. You are so close. God, I can't believe that. You're just walking that. I don't know. My bet is you get your belly here.
I'm sure. Might almost done it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm on it.
Oh, I don't know how you made that.
That's a big hole.
That's 44-inch tires. That's a lot bigger.
All right, I'm impressed. That was fun.
That doesn't do too bad, does it?
Yeah.
And that's one reason we build the 6-door Jeeps. When we build them, everybody says it's a mall crawler. Don't follow us. We're hardcore. And it just makes all of these hard trails super easy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what's the #1 complaint we get when we go out with people?
I don't think you get any.
Except from the other Jeep owners.
Yeah. It has a secret we haven't shown you yet. It has air ride suspension, so it has quite a bit of travel. How much is it?
We got about 15 inches. Each wheel is independently adjustable. And Mark was actually trying to belly out.
Yeah.
Because we're way down low so we could bring it up and drive off of it. But
Yeah.
dude, you just walked it. The 6-door Jeep's got a wheelbase 153. So it's got a lot of wheelbase and it's got a lot of flex. So we can go ahead and do lines with that I'm not comfortable with in the old tow truck. So we were talking that we're gonna have to turn this into kind of a wedge, come up the bottom one square, come up here, turn left, get into this, and then cut back right. Because if you notice, I just absolutely don't like being tippy. I mean, it feels being that high in the seat and that narrow, every time it feels like you're going over.
Quite a bit different results on the trail. We moved the back end over maybe half a foot and didn't even have to bump it. It just ran right up. So.
So that's the end of the 777 trail right there. And we're coming across what's called Double Sammy. I'm going to follow what the wreckers did. The wreckers went through the main trail. And Mark, we're going to have you pull this bonus line right there.
Awesome.
All right, what are we doing on time? What time is it?
So it's currently 4:48, so it's been about an hour. We're doing good so far, I'd say. What do you
Yeah,
think?
if we weren't stopping to film or spotting, we'd be through that in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So let's go run this. This should be a fun one. This is that bonus line that a lot of people have a tough time at the top. In fact, this is a whole reason. This hill right here and that one right there, I built this tow truck. You come in here with a YJ or CJ and Dana 30 rear end, and you bounce once, you pop the rear axle. That axle is a C-clip axle, and then it comes right out since it's broke. And so we actually designed this hitch to go right into a 2-inch receiver. And we'll show you, we pulled out YJs that way. It drops down, we pin it in, we pick them up from the hitch the back and drive them out. So that's exactly why we put this together, is I've had more people broken on this right here than probably anything else in the whole Sand Hollow.
That wasn't too bad. Basically a bridge right now. You can walk underneath us. Looks like bath time, huh? That was quite a puddle. That bath time was not good for our traction. I've been slipping a little bit.
What, the regular line's just not good enough for you here?
It's just too easy. Half of your wood chunk's missing.
Is that
Yeah,
what's
I
down
noticed
there?
that.
I saw something down there.
Time to put some new blocks on it, right?
Yeah. That's okay.
It happens. So anyways, this is the one that Matt tried to go straight up on the record games and he bellied out. Morris has tried it several times, but I think on the 41s, and he's bellied out on this with you. So why don't you pull up on it once, see if it bellies out, and then play with the suspension, see if you can find a line, see if you can get up this one.
Okay. We'll give it a shot.
This one, right as you get on top, you need to go right. It goes up the backbone, so.
Basically a straight wall, guys.
Try putting that air in your front right now. Right front and left front. You're bellied again. Back off, get far to the left, and then start coming up right. You gotta come up right sooner. So you gotta get the whole thing over to the left. Yeah, I think I'd get right here and then go that way. Let me get out of your way.
So right now we're completely maxed out on the air. We have as much air as we can put in these bags, trying to get as much height as possible. So if it doesn't make it, either gotta send it and see if you make it or go around. So we'll give it a go and hopefully it makes it. Go, 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 go. That was something else. Had to give her a little sand, but that's how we do it. I made it. Has it made up that hill before, the black Jeep, or not?
No, that's the first time. Last time we were on 41s.
Uh-huh.
And it got bellied out hard with Morris and he gave up.
Dang, so I'm the first one to get that Jeep up that hill. Had to give it a little sand, but it worked.
I don't know, Mark. Come look at your airbag right here.
Yeah.
What I love about these airbags, there's a cone, so it's kind of a triangle shape, and it makes it a two-stage airbag, so it changes the volume and pressure.
Okay.
So when you're riding low, it's plenty of firm and great ride on the road.
Right.
When you get it up like here, it'll go through the sand like nobody's business.
That's right.
So that one is fully extended.
Uh-huh. It's quite the beast.
So we're just about to the chute, and we're going to pick our lines up here. This is where they come up with the record games, Matt and Rory and all of those guys. So we're going to come up this trail here. Oh, that is a beautiful shot. Look at those rigs, people. We're going to come up this wall. The records went left and will cut left, but there's a real steep buggy wall right there ahead of us that we'll probably put the black 6-door on. Well, this is the steepest option right here.
I want it. Oh man, that looks gnarly. Look at that chute to the right.
Yeah.
If you drop down in that, you're...
And that's a buggy chute. If we had better traction, I think we'd go for it, but the traction is kind of wet. You've seen it.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's going to be tough enough to get up this wall.
If you dropped your Jeep down in that wall, you'd be in the body shop for at least half a year. I kid you not. It'd be cool to try, but if you get up on it with your Jeep and you slide down,
Yep.
that's gonna be in your pillar and going forward backwards, gonna drag your doors and pillars.
And we've done stuff like that, but if you look, you can see all the water in this rock and just how slippery it is today. If you've been watching Mator, Mator's just been struggling just because of traction. So another couple of days it'll dry out here and the traction will be amazing.
And he's old. He's an old truck, so.
I think we need to put some stickies on them.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day in paradise.
So this is the guy behind the camera.
Hey,
He's Matthew Maxfield, sometimes go by Matt.
but yeah, I'm mostly running the camera and the editing of the videos, running the channel right now. So
And he grew up wheeling and behind the wheels. When we take people out, we have him, he's a great driver as well.
sometimes I'm behind the wheel, but more lately I'm usually behind the camera. So
And I would prefer to be behind the cameras. I actually like driving. I mean, I've never taken that rig out and not had a smile on my face. It's quite abusive to drive because we're running the original factory springs and they're heavy. It's a great climbing rig. If it's smooth, it's great to run down the road. But bumpy trail, it is rough. So I'm going to hand this off to you, Matthew.
All right, I'll take
and we're
that.
going to fire that up, and let's go up, Mark. We're going to go up to that wall that's straight up there. Got your lockers on? Yeah. I think you're going to have to roll back and roll into it right there. Yeah, I'd roll into it from right there.
I'll give a medium-sized bump to begin with.
Yeah, go for it. Oh!
Man, you're throwing rocks at me.
So close. Hey, lock it down in a second so it doesn't shift up. One more time, a little bit more momentum. Back up, back up, back up.
Burning the tires. That's impressive. If you can't tell, this wall is probably 15 plus feet of elevation gain right here. So that's a big wall.
King of the hill.
Woohoo! I ain't doing that one.
Quite a ways down there, isn't it?
Yeah, I can smell where you burned the tires.
So basically we've had monsoon for the last week since the record games. There was so much moisture in the rocks, and without being east facing without the sun, that is about as slippery as we've ever seen it. Sometimes you have to choose your battles, as some days you can get the obstacle, some days you can't, and that's one we're going to bypass until next time. We'll show you when it's good traction out here. We'll bring Mator out. The wonderful thing about Mator, she probably has 300 to 500 feet of cable on that spool, so if anybody was caught down in that, we could winch him from the top from this side. So we'll catch you next time.
So it's currently 5:56, so just over 2 hours. So it's not too bad, especially without the moisture in the rocks and the puddles and stuff. I mean, that really was not a bad time in getting up here. So
The rigs really did good. Besides us just not having the traction, if you've looked at Mator, it's got 5,000 pounds on the axles, tires, and wheels, and it really had to work. You notice we didn't have the traction. We really had to work our way around those obstacles. I mean, we made them up, but if I was going to do some buggy lines and some really harried stuff, I'd want better traction day.
Yeah, so that was the shoot that they just did. Well, at least the black 6-door Jeep did today.
Thanks for coming along and watching, guys. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.